What's up, everybody? Welcome back to my channel. Unless it is your first time here, then welcome. My name is Callie. This is my channel. It is super random, and guess what? Today is going to be no exception because I just thought I would pop on here and one, see how everybody's doing, and two, talk about this eclipse energy going on and what exactly I feel like it means, what it meant to me, what I've kind of been doing with it, and maybe we'll see if it resonates with everyone out there. So, to my understanding, the eclipse is a time when the moon passes in front of the sun, right? So, I don't know if any of you have watched the dance, I guess you would call it, between the sun and the moon all year, but it seems like, to me, when I'm watching it, it looks like the moon is kind of chasing the sun, you know, like sometimes it's exactly even, like when the moon, or when the sun sets, the moon comes up, right? So it's like, but then sometimes the sun will be setting and the moon is like up here, and you're like, wait, it's daytime, why isn't it? You know what I mean? So the moon, it's always like chasing it, and then we have these times where it actually catches up and the moon actually passes in front of the sun, and that is an eclipse, to my understanding. And so physically it's interesting when this happens, because for a long time it's been used to kind of manipulate people out of fear. I don't know if any of you watched the movie Apocalypto, but the people who, you know, like the very wealthy people that were having the temples built for them, actually manipulated the people by telling them, okay, a snake god is going to come and bring darkness upon the land. And no one believed them. And then an eclipse happened, which, if you watch, you know when an eclipse is about to happen. If you watch the sun and you watch the moon. So what happened, you know, was the moon went in front of the sun. It made the ring of fire, as it's called, and everybody was shocked because what they said was true. You know, they didn't understand. There was no science, modern day science at the time, that could explain, okay, well, the sun and the moon, certain times of the year or however many years pass in front of each other. And sometimes the moon blocks out the light of the sun. So these people, these elite class, were able to manipulate the masses, all based on the fact that they knew the cycles of the sun, the earth, and the moon. So yeah, I think that's interesting. That's just the physical level. Energetically, I mean, that's all. Energetically, it's up in the air. So it's a new moon in Cancer. A new moon in Cancer and a eclipse. So this is what I make out of it energetically. So obviously the new moon in Cancer is, although I don't know if it's a new moon in Cancer or a new moon in Gemini. I've heard both. Let me just see. I feel like it's a new moon in Cancer. Let me pause. Okay, so I shouldn't have second guessed myself because I was right. So the new moon is in Cancer. The moon is in Cancer. And I think it's interesting. The sun is in Leo. So at least that's what it says here, okay? I can't see, but it's astrology for today. The sun is in Leo and the new moon is in Cancer. And so we know Cancer is all about love and nourishment and the motherly energy, you know, the caretaker. And so the new moon being in that on an eclipse, lining up with the sun, and it's a north node eclipse, so I feel like that would mean aligning more, because the north node is like our purpose, our soul's purpose, and I mean the sun represents our energies, so I feel like it's a powerful energetic time where we can take this new cycle and use it to become more loving and more nourishing to not only ourselves but to others. And so that's what I get out of it. What I did tonight was I cleared my energy, and I feel better actually. I feel a lot better now that I did clear my energy, because I just realized that you actually enmesh energy with a lot of people during maybe any type of interaction, but maybe more so intimate interactions, like you take on their energy as far as you feel it, you hear it. So I think it's really important to take some time, go through, and just clear. And when I say clear, I don't mean, get rid of in the sense of these people were terrible or anything like that, Clear in the sense of forgiveness, giving love to that relationship, because all relationships have good sides to them, good sides to them and things that they teach us. And so it's like you don't get the good without the bad. So it's like the good and the bad. And in order to really, truly appreciate, you kind of have to appreciate both, because good and bad are, but one side of, the same coin, different sides. So it's like you can't appreciate the good and then hate the bad. Or, even though it's what we like to do, it seems as though to have balance, you got to really look at it as whole. And the good and bad are together. And so we wouldn't know good times if we didn't have bad times. And, the bad times probably wouldn't be so tough if we didn't have good times to compare them to. So it's all perspective. And, so when I was clearing the energy, I was just really giving thanks and gratitude to those connections, those relationships, and what they taught me, and clearing it with love and energy to go forth, transmuting it really with fire. Fire is, a lot of people think water cleanses, and water, I guess can cleanse, but I feel like water holds things. So maybe even though it's like washing off of you, it's still going into the water, and then the water holds it, and then wherever that collective pool of what the water is holding. But fire really purifies it. Fire cleans it. So, and it's funny because when you're doing different things like this, direction is important, and we tend to just naturally do things the way they're meant to be without second guessing and researching. And so I just did what felt right, and then I realized I was facing south and west. So south is basically the direction of strength, and when you want to strengthen yourself, you turn west, or you turn south. And then west is the energy of transformation. So I ended up facing west, which I thought was just interesting, because the purifying and the transforming. So yeah, anyway, I'm gonna cut it short. I don't want to talk forever, because I can. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. It's gonna be different and random as it always has been. So I'm sure one day there will be a video for you. If there is not yet already, check them out. Other than that, I will see you guys all very soon. Hope everybody is doing well, and get ready to take in this energy. It'll be fun, because we all need some love, some nourishment. So, all right.